Welcome to Critical Biosecurity Risks in Swine Production. Transport Biosecurity, the Hidden Threat. Today's episode in our mini-series, Critical Biosecurity Risks in Swine Production, focuses on transport biosecurity, the hidden threat. I'm joined by Dr. Gisele Ravagnani from Lanxess. Welcome, Gisele.
Hi, Jim. Thank you for having us.
Well, we've got an important topic here. So, Dr. Ravani, why is transport considered one of the highest biosecurity risk gaps in swine production today?
Well, Jim, if you think about vehicles and why it's one of the highest risks biosecurity gaps, it's because vehicles physically connect multiple sites, systems, and farms with different health statuses in a very short period of time. For example, a single truck may visit breeding farms, like sow farms, finishing sites, processing plants as well. So this risk is further amplified in win to finish and finishing systems where the peak flow are not always all in, all out. So in many operations, pigs are graded, sorted, and moved in multiple loads over different days, which increases the number of transport events associated with the same site. So each additional load represents a new or another opportunity for pathogen introduction, especially if trucks are returning from another farm, for example, without the adequate cleaning, disinfection, and downtime between these trips. And unlike people or equipment that are, or there may be site dedicated, these transports, these vehicles are constantly moving between operations. So, which makes it a very, very good, efficient vector for pathogens such as PRRS, PED, even African swine fever, and some bacterial agents as well. And pathogens can persist in manure, residues, organic matter, tires, wheels, trailers, especially under cold and humid conditions, what makes transport particularly challenging in that contamination is that contamination it's often invisible, right? And the risk can accumulate quietly over time. So even operations with strong internal biosecurity are or can be exposed if these vehicles' hygiene is compromised.
So, where do you see the biggest breakdowns when it comes to cleaning, disinfection, and downtime?
Well, Jim, the most common breakdowns occur in these three key areas. So, first, the cleaning effectiveness. Why? Because incomplete removal of all this organic matter is still a major issue. And why? Because disinfectants, the chemistry, the disinfectant chemistry cannot work properly in the presence of manure, organic matter, dirt, or even biofilm that are remain or present on these surfaces. Even hard to reach areas such as hinges, ramps, cracks, wheels are frequently missed. So we have to clean with a cleaner, of course, and pay attention on these hard to reach areas. A second area is the inconsistency in disinfection protocols. So this includes inadequate disinfectant concentration, insufficient contact time, poor coverage. So you need right amount of solution to cover all the area, or use of products that are not effective under real world conditions, right? Where we have different temperatures, different pathogens. So you need a broad spectrum disinfectant or cold temperatures, right, in organic load as well. And time pressure often leads to shortcuts. And the third is insufficient downtime and drying. Downtime is commonly underestimated. Many pathogens can survive far longer in wet environments, and trucks are often reloaded before surfaces are fully dry, right? So without this adequate drying time, even well applied disinfection may be compromised. So these hard to reach areas as well. And overall, the breakdown is rarely due to lack of awareness. So it's usually a combination of time constraints, environmental conditions, and variability in execution as well.
So, what is one practical step that producers can implement immediately to reduce transport related risk?
Well, one high impact step that producers can implement, from my point of view, is standardized, validated cleaning and disinfection protocol for all transport vehicles. And ongoing education, it's very important as well. So people, uh, so everyone that is involved in this process understand all these steps, the importance of all these steps. Be sure that all this organic matter is removed before disinfection, how to use the disinfectant, the dilution, the contact time, allowing the surface to be dry before the truck is reused as well. So from my point of view, this the transport biosecurity, it's not just a protocol, right? Having a protocol like step by step, it's super important, but it's also a behavioral discipline, right? This consistency comes from knowledge, accountability, even in small improvements, its understanding can translate into meaningful reduction in an outbreak or disease risk.
Dr. Ravani, thank you for your time and insights today.
Anytime, thank you.